Yo, what up guys, it's Rythmn. Today I'm going to show you guys part 1 of my Primeval guide, and the reason I'm saying part 1 is because there's going to be at least 2 parts to this video, maybe even 3 depending on how much stuff I can clog down in this one. But anyways, this part is going to be strictly about the gear. I know a lot of you guys have questions about that, and honestly I had tons of questions too in the very beginning, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know what I was taught and what's working out for me. Now, I really owe it all to this guy. He, wrote a full guide for me, and pretty much changed my whole, game, because I've started winning. I went from a 20% win ratio to like an 80 to 90% win ratio. I'm not even exaggerating, it was crazy. And I'll throw his name up on the screen once again. Big shout out to him. I owe this all to him, and you guys should thank him. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into it. So first of all, you're going to want to get a full Aurora set. Now, I mean full Aurora set other than the helmet, because the helmet is not so good. It doesn't really give you the benefits that the other pieces do. So I go ahead and I get it an Obsidian tier 1. Obviously getting Obsidian tier 1 is not good either, because it doesn't have like the equip effect. You need to get it to tier 4 whenever possible, and that way you can have the ranged attack on it. But anyways, you're gonna want a full Aurora set. As you can see, I'm rocking full Aurora, literally full Aurora. That's what, 6 out of 7 pieces Aurora, and my helmet is the only thing that is Obsidian. Now, you have to be careful when buying these pieces, because when you're buying these pieces, they have different stats. Let me give you guys an example if I can find one really quick. Here, for instance, this one gives you like, obviously you wouldn't get the helmet, but I'm just giving you an example. If you see the equip effect, it increases the range of Stalker's Mark, which I guess you would want or whatever for archery. But if you look at the stats, they give you stamina and spirit. You do not want those. You obviously want the stats that go according to how Primeval was going. I think it's agility and stamina. Yeah, see, as you can look at all my gear, they all say agility and stamina. So you have to be really careful, because the names are very similar, and you don't want to buy the wrong piece and end up wasting money. But anyways, you want to try to get this set to at least heroic, at least. You don't honestly have to go any higher. Unique you could go if you really wanted to, but you don't have to. Later on, you'll probably want to take this set to celestial, but that is it. But that's later on. The only thing you want to do right now is get this set and take it to heroic. And that's all you need. Now, the next thing you want to get is number 2, which would be the bow. The bow is really important. You could get you could have at least like a celestial bow. I wouldn't prefer a celestial bow, but you can get a celestial bow. Make sure you tier for it, and you want to get version 2. That way you have the fugitive. Like I said, either celestial or divine is fine, but obviously you probably prefer divine, because you need a good bow. Anyways, that's the bow. You want to try to work on that, because that's a really important piece of your gear as well. Now, number 3 is going to be accessories, the rings. You want to try to get 2 magnificent Gale rings. As you can see, I have one illustrious because I was kind of impatient. He actually told me not to get an illustrious, it's a waste of money, but I was really impatient, and it's not that big of a difference in the defense penetration from 291 to 317, and then my magnificent Gale ring is also divine. So just try to get yourself some Gale rings to give you some armor pin, because honestly, armor pin is one of the biggest things for Primevals right now. Number 4 is going to be the loot. I went with the Chrono Shadowplay, which is the warrior metal one. You have to spend 300 tokens to get this one. Now, it's going to take a while to get it if you don't have tokens saved up. The reason I went with the Shadowplay one instead of archery, a lot of people are going to wonder why. Archery does have a lot of agility, and then it has the intensity, but the intensity only gives you like, I think, a couple more seconds on it, maybe 2 or something like that. I don't know the exact whatever it is, but I don't think it's worth it. So I went with the Shadowplay, and it gives you the extra rank of free runner, which actually raises raises my movement speed by 45%. I think it's like 35% regularly or something like that. Not sure, but I like this one better. It also gives you good stats, strength and agility. You might think strength is not good, but it does help in some situations. Alright, number 5 is going to be your weapons. Now, I have a Falcon short spear. This is only because I've actually gotten money and I was able to upgrade it. A short spear is not good for archers until you are at tier 4 with it. So you don't want to start out with it. 2 obsidian daggers is what you want. You can leave them at grand, you can leave them whatever rarity they are. It's not that important, but they give you the range critical damage, which is what you want. So honestly, in the very beginning when I was playing my archer, I had 2 obsidian daggers and they worked perfectly. So I would do that until you can afford a tier 4 version 2 short spear, which gives you the feral mark, which is incredible, by the way. Now number 6 is going to be the Etherium lightning necklace. I do not have one because this fucking item is really rare for some reason. I've been trying to find one on the auction house and they are never up there. So if you do happen to see one on the auction house, you know, they could go from like 1 to 2 to 3,000 gold. I would really recommend buying it. It's a really important piece. It gives you like 600, 700 armor pin, and like I said, if you remember, armor pin is really important to us. Like our build and archery is built around armor pin. Now number 7 is going to be the cloak. You want to try to save up 60,000 honor. I know it's a lot. This is why you can do this while you're working on your other gear. It's no rush, but I have the Etherium one, so I'm still not there. But you want to get the Delphinite one because it gives you armor pin, gives you movement speed, it gives you good stats. It's just really good, and you want to work on that if you plan on saving any honor and, you know, working towards your cloak. That's pretty much your gearing. As you can tell, I have my earrings. They're not really important. They're not a necessity to being an archer. They just help with like evasion and stuff like that. So it's not that huge. I do plan on taking my gear to Celestial once I get a little money. But like I said, it's not important, guys. All you need is heroic or unique. As you can tell, I have a heroic buff and I still do that much damage. So one stat you want to focus on a lot is armor pin. They don't actually have like a stat you can count in here or whatever. You have to count it over here. But armor pin is really important. Now some people will say go ranged attack and stuff inside your bow. I was told to do full defense penetration, and I know there's some math and stuff out there, but I'm just gonna listen to what I was told because it works, obviously. So I'm gonna go full defense penetration. I'm not gonna put one ranged attack in it. So as you can tell, you know, it's all defense penetration. And by the way, that's actually number 8. You want to gym out your bow, your loot, and I think you can gym your cloak later on. I'm not sure, but you want to try to gym it out full defense penetration. Now it's really smart to do the first 2 as like I think the 60 defense penetration increase, or even the 91 I think is the tier 3, which can be really expensive. And then after that you can spend prestige and fill up the rest of the gaps and stuff like that. But that is what you want to get because, like I said, defense penetration is huge. Last but not least, you want to buy like Lunar Frost and stuff for your gear, as in the gloves. The range critical damage is really important. I hit really hard because of that. 24% is a lot. You want to get that. You want to get like the move speed for your boots. You want to get the 2% skill damage from for your bow. Just general stuff like that. You want to try to not gym out, but you want to get those stats or Lunar Frost as quick as you can. They're really important. Those like 3 I think are the biggest ones off the top of my head. But that's pretty much the gearing, guys. That is it for gear. Later on, I'm working on a full obsidian set, and I'm probably going to try to divine it. As you can see, I have divine tier 4 boots. I just don't use them right now, and I have divine tier 4 helmet, and I use that, but I'm going to be working on that later on. That's completely in game. That's just something that's on the side that I'm doing. It's not really important. Also, a lot of you guys ask me what is that Nodachi and stuff that I use. The Nodachi, you can buy this at the honor vendor, weapon merchant in any kind of local town or whatever. It costs like I think 160 gold or 140. It's kind of pricey, but it gives me the berserk, and the berserk, as you can see up here, gives me 25% extra damage. So I hit really hard when I pop this for like I think 8 seconds or something like that, but I take a lot of damage, so you have to be really careful with this. Also, I would really recommend having a shield on the side. I usually switch to this shield if I get caught, slept or anything like that, and I'll switch just like that, and it just gives you that extra layer of defense. I can also pop the use on it and give me more health and just the stuff in general like that. So that's always really good to have. But I think that's it, guys. That is part 1 of my Primeval guide. That is the general idea of gearing yourself. It's not very hard. It's really simple. You don't have to rush anything. Just take your time with it. You want to do things that are for sure. Don't try to regrade your gear straight up to divine, as fast as you can. It's not worth it. The RNG is gonna make you lose money, and you could honestly raise your gear score and all that stuff just by getting everything else in general. You want to eventually raise your weapons, your loot, everything else to like Celestial is fine. That's later on when you have your money. But yeah, hopefully this helped you guys. Make sure, remember, the most important stat you could go for, in my opinion, and from what I was told, is armor pin. So you want to get as much armor pin as possible. Later on, you can get the Dream Ring, and the only one that's really good is the Celestial one, which gives you armor pin, but that is really, really hard to get. Not like hard, but really long to get. So I wouldn't really recommend, you know, trying to get that piece right now. Just replace it with the Gale Ring. But yeah, like I said, armor penetration is super important. Try to focus on that as much as possible. Honestly, when I changed to this stuff, you guys saw the difference. I was doing incredible damage. But I think that's about it. If this video is not too long, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a couple clips of PvP that I got in the very end. But hopefully this helped you guys, and if it did, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you guys like this kind of stuff, and you're definitely excited to see part 2, which will be kind of like playstyle and tactics for in the game, in the arena, and stuff like that. So yeah, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I think that's about it. So with all that being said, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.